Look, my meal regularity is something that I am trying to fix about myself, but when I am, like, caffeinated, especially for work, I have almost no appetite right up until I'm about to fall over. And those are the two settings. I'm trying to get better at it. It's okay. It's okay. I recognize that about myself. Thankfully, I have people around me who, like, will very comfortably look at me and go, no, you need to eat right now. Please. Alright. Pygmalion Loft has offered to us a flail. We could stay in the waiting room immediately. That sounds good. ATM for a little bit of income, as well as a fast triggering medium property. Crystal Bonsai, admittedly, I actually did have a run recently where I took Crystal Bonsai as the opening choice here as like an economic play because you always win the PvE fight on day 1, and this gets 4 value. So you can sell it for 6. So as long as your shop for like building your board is not before the PvE fight, this is incredible. Or it can be at least. It's flail. It's 100% flail. Flail works so well with so many things that are available to us. Yes, yo-yo's here, but flail is here. And flail is already really good damage. And it has a lot of powerful potential. The Shadowed Cloak from early on, basically any way of giving it damage, like, you know, even trained for when you slow, give a weapon 5 damage. This and marbles. The main consideration, obviously, is this starts putting us on the path towards Crook. Ganjo, weights, like everyone loves flail. Why do I think Crystal Bonsai was some kind of weird alien guy like in Bloodborne wearing a pinkish cloak? What are those called? They're not called Crystal Bonsai. They're called like mistakes. The mistakes, the abominations or something like that. Emissary? Celestial Emissary, are you thinking of? I'm thinking, oh, those are the weird little alien guys. I'm thinking of the ones in the DLC. DLC? I think it's in the DLC. Anyhow. That's a different game. Let's focus on the game at hand. Fanged Inglet is cool, but Kyber Drone is here. Kyber Drone has the skill trained. When you slow, a weapon gains +5 damage for the fight. The ability to possibly pick that up here is sick. I am thinking of Living Failures. It's such a cruel name. Living Failures. Yikes. Obviously, 5% crit chance and 3% cooldown reduction is not going to go astray here, but trained is definitely what I'm hoping for. When you slow, a weapon gains +5 damage to the fight. And then, I mean, marbles is the only slow item. No, it's not. Marbles and pepper spray. Do you have more slow items than that, Pig? I can only think of those two at the moment. Anyway, it's not relevant because I didn't get the item. Curio sells Bronze neutral items. Admittedly, Shadowed Cloak would be hilariously good next to the flail, but I'm not going for the risk of that. We took experience in the last space, so I'm going to take another experience here, and then we'll fill out 4 slots on the board with the final shop here. Could be Kina with non-weapon items, or it could be Midsworth. I think Kina, because Kina gives us access to both weights and Ganjo for scaling, as well as textiles, which would go really well next to a Ganjo. I would take ATM. I wouldn't be happy about it. Midsworth, small, large items. I feel like the small items are significantly less valuable here.
Make deals, not war.
Annoyingly, I will be taking the ATM and being sad about it, but I will take it.
Our energies resonate.
Boy. It's not Money Tree, I'll tell you that. It's not happening. You can't make me do it. Every 5 seconds, heal 10. When you level up, get a spare change. When you sell a spare change, this gains 10 additional healing. There's Uwashi Wali. That's possible multicast for each property you have. We would have our property on field from ATM, so at least we would have some healing on field. And I can then also carry the piggy bank out of there in order to try and get some money.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
Unfortunately, this means we are going to be fielding less than the maximum amount of items here. Please give me a damage. Whoop. Admittedly, staying power would be a huge hit right now if I found weights, because then when you use weights as a tool, you heal. If you're already at max health, that causes 2 seconds worth of charge to the weights. It's so good. Strength for 10 damage. I can't just take a speculative staying power, and I don't want to roll here for the possibility that I get nothing relevant, so I'm going to take strength for lost end damage, and be pretty sad about the fact that I'm only fielding one weapon.
See Argenta. She's wonderful.
Hit the 3% cooldown reduction on flail? I think so. Need everyone in chat to sign a petition to double flail's base damage right now. Strength will do that. Doubles the base damage of a silver flail.
Boring.
We beat this. We easily beat this. Dracman says flail doesn't need a buff, and Rara says flail needs like 3 buffs, 1 for each strike. I'm glad we're going to be winning day 1 here, but we've got a lot more to figure out. Isla's there with weapons. 5? No, it's 10? 5? No, it's 5 for gold. It's 10% chance today to find a silver item. So like we could absolutely stay in the crook waiting room if we wanted. We could go there looking. Alternative pickups. Oh boy. Jabali and Longbow, I guess. Regal Blade. Crook. I don't think I would invest in a Ploddle at this point. Strange Mushroom for... I would probably pick up the skill today. Yeah. When you use a property, adjacent items gain 5% crit chance for the fight. Admittedly, the ATM is going to give a lot of crit chance out to both Flail and Uwashi Bird because it is one of the fastest of the properties. Do I think I can fight? Admittedly, I think I can fight more than I care about going to Kina.
Your go. We want it.
We lose this battle, unfortunately. They just scale their damage. I mean, winning this battle and getting the flail to, like, it'd be incredible, but we would need damage scaling for the flail, and we don't have access to that. I don't think we're going to get to enough crit chance for the flail to be able to pull us through here. I guess we just need to keep things steady until we get to Sandstorm. No, we win. We actually win here. I mean, unless the enemy crits on one of the daggers here. Never mind, we win. Give me the shadowed cloak. Give me the shadowed cloak right now. Gimme. I'll take the grindstone. All right, we gaming. We gaming. Do we want to go upgrade the shadowed cloak? So, shadowed cloak. When you use the item to the right of this, haste it for a second. If it's a weapon, it gains +3 damage. Flail casts 3 times, so it gets 3 seconds worth of haste. 3 seconds worth of haste takes it to its next trigger, so it is perma-hasted just from the base level shadowed cloak. And it's got damage scaling online. And I even give it crit. I mean, we have stuff. Giant Mosquito possibility here as well for Rush. At the start of each fight, haste a weapon 3 seconds. That would get the flail to start going off as soon as possible. We could also get cooldown reduction, which is nice. We could even get the proboscis, which we don't have a plan to use yet, but we theoretically could in the future. Honestly, Covetous Thief with the possibility of upgrading this or giving Grindstone, I think is the choice. Rogue Scrapper. Alright, Covetous.
Your choice.
Literally upgrade the Shadowed Cloak for us, buddy. Give me enough damage scaling that the flail is all I need. Very behind on experience, DVH.
Watch the skies. Watch your back.
So I turned down... I mean, I turned down the Mac. Dang. I turned down the extra experience from this fight, as well as the experience from one of the Strange Greenwood events. That Strange Greenwood event immediately did give me prime real estate, which I think is worth it. Although I couldn't have necessarily known that. Bronze tier item, bronze tier loot item, or 5 change. I'll take a bronze tier item. Help me fill out my board. My goal in this matter is being level 5 before the day 3 PvP fight. I mean, one more caravan event. Shouldn't I still be able to get on that track? I mean, I'll hold the money tree. Quixel. Small and medium items buys out large items. Honestly, Quixel will buy the money tree. I do like 5 regen, admittedly. I really, really like 5 regen. But I want to actually put items on the field that do things.
Use these things. On behalf of the Grand Society of blah blah blah. Bye.
I'll take Hatchet, and then I'm going to be pretty sad about the rest of this. Slingshot and Pepper Spray. Oof. Well, at least we got the rewards card. When you visit a merchant, this and the item left of this gains additional value. Pop that on our piggy bank. I guess I am actually fielding a hatchet right now. Ooh. Kev's Armory this early. He would give me Ganjo. I mean, Ganjo's an incredible replacement for Uwashiwali and Hatchet. We just place it between it and the ATM. Big Gym, technically possible there as well. I would take Globe. I would take Model Ship. I guess I would take ATM. Would take Jabalian Longbow as well. Yeah, there's a lot of hits in there, as well as the possibility of getting a shielded enchant. The only thing is Jungle Ruins has the 2 income, which is really hard to turn down.
People here look so...
There's the Ganjo. Sell out a bunch of spare change, get a bunch of buffs for the money tree that I don't care about. I was supposed to sell you to Quixel. Well, I now need to hold on to you for 3 levels in order to get the same value out of you. Ganjo gives us some more onboard scaling, and it also scales... Wait, hang on. ATM loses its crit chance if I do that. Maybe ATM doesn't need crit chance right now. No, that crit chance is really good. I'll hold on to Ganjo. I still don't feel bad about that. Now, whether or not I should ruin myself upon the rest of this shop, I don't think so. Our hits just got narrower. Also, I think we're powerful enough that we can actually take this board still into the future.
should warn you. I look like other Jabarians.
Let's go, Dry Lizard. They went for gold, but they didn't even spend it. Oh god, they didn't even need to. I mean, that's not a huge good power drill for them. Uzi will run out of ammunition. It's just, they do have enough fast items activating left at the core that I'm pretty threatened. And thankfully we get there. You should use your connections as business big to trade your flail for a pulse rifle, admittedly. 2-second lower cooldown. I've already got a friend on field, I'd do it. I just need to go to the docks and go for the weapon event. It's waiting right there for me. Alright, Sylvia. I can suddenly summon money into existence. I do care about my max HP a huge amount, but I can suddenly summon money into existence, and you have some really important items. 10 additional damage on the flail by default. Pawn shop. I could theoretically buy a pawn shop and then start selling stuff. I don't like doing pawn shop. Big bank looking conspicuously fat. Yeah, this is gonna have to get sold soon. Does Money Tree ever heal me for a large enough amount that I'm like, yeah, I feel Money Tree now? Yeah, that does happen. That does happen at a certain point. So maybe I don't sell Money Tree. Okay, if I'm not selling Money Tree, how do I upgrade this board? I get rid of the Ganjo? Like, Hatchet can get got ridden of. After the next fight, I probably field this. Something like this. Good damage scaling, just some crit scaling from our properties on fields, and then the Uwashi for healing us back up. Just because of the amount of coins we get out of the piggy bank, this actually gets to a significant amount of healing. So yeah, I'm immediate onboard impact. I don't care about the Ganjo anymore. So there'll be 5 spaces here, 1 space down here. Do I get rid of the rewards card or ATM? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could drop 1 from piggy bank. Oh, no, wait. Actually, it'd have 7 slots there. So if I sell the rewards card, I can do this. What about hold the coins and upgrade the money tree at 4? It's bold. I will agree with you that that is bold. I do think that that is a way to lock up 3 slots on my board that I desperately don't want there. I don't care about the pawn shop. I care about rolling and looking here, actually. So that's a really early Pig's Gym. It's a really early Pig's Gym. Every 5 seconds, your weapons gain damage equal to this item's value for the fight. When you buy a weapon, this gains +1 value, and you gain 20 max HP. I could buy that and a briefcase if I used my money appropriately. Could I? 3, there's 10 in my inventory. No. Here we go. I'll be taking it. We've got a flail, so we have stuff to work with. Is there ever a world... Five there. No, one singular trigger of Pig's Gym is not worth getting rid of the money tree right before it's about to go on board as well. I can't ban Rito, he's a mod. I'm pretty sure he could turn around and ban me in response. I don't have the money for Isla right now, unfortunately. I'll take the loss crate. Giving us our level up here, upgrade a bronze tier item. I don't want to field the money tree for almost any period of time at all. I will just accept fielding it for right now because I have to. I don't have a choice. I almost feel like the Shadowed Cloak should be the upgrade, but I also feel like Shadowed Cloak shouldn't stay on this field for that long. But admittedly, it's double damage scaling right now while the Pig's Gym is not yet big. I don't need any additional healing to get through this fight for the Central Gatherite. Frustrate Challenger admittedly does have Frost, the Snow Globe. Not particularly interested in it, to be honest. Some damage from Tempest Flame Dancer. I gotta go for the experience.
I'm faster than lightning!
What are the properties cooldowns for crit scaling? 5 second, 5 second both. So we just put Pig's Gym in the middle because it can give crit chance to both of these items that can actually trigger it, whereas Pig's Gym can't trigger it. Honestly, this Flail and Shadowed Cloak and Strength, that's going to carry me just with them for a while. So my goal is to make the other 6 board slots do something. Admittedly, I do really care about economics right now. Ooh, 2 income and a business card. Yes, please. I mean, Nufu's got skills he can sell. That said, I don't feel like skills are that important to us right now, but also weapons and buying and selling them is what's most important, and Kina doesn't sell those, so check out what Nufu has. Double the max HP gain from Pig's Gym? Oh, sorry. Business card does not upgrade the value of the thing to the left of it. You're thinking of rewards card. Yeah. When you buy a weapon, gain 20 max health. Another 20 max health from Pig's Gym. Thank you. What do you mean I can't afford that? You can't afford that.
The Bazaar is a rabid beast. Be its master.
I'll drop that 2 additional gold. And yeah, the 140 healing has to be better than the other outcomes here.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Ooh, burn and damage. Ooh, and the power drill is actually going to be going off here. We've got some freeze trigger, haste trigger, just a fast activating item, another freeze trigger. Slowing a small item, I don't have that, but... Oh, no. That was a tough fight, unfortunately. Just very, very, very quick activations there. Nice board. I mean, we're being offered a nice opportunity to get out of Money Tree. I am about to level up and get a result from it, though.
Everyone here is huge. It's terrifying.
I don't think Grindstone is worth it right now. Like, ideally, Grindstone and Pig's Gym never want to be on the same board. Ideally, using one of the scalings helps you avoid having to use the other. That's kind of what we're looking at, I think. Maybe. Maybe we change cloak for small weapons. If I take cloak off this field, I lose. Really sad, but I'll roll. Ugh. Didn't get that much better. There's a laser security system.
Something huge.
Picked up 40 max HP. Admittedly, it gets 10 additional damage whenever I use a property. So ATM and Pig's Gym both give it damage and give it crit chance. If I think I don't need the healing from Uwashi Wali, it's actually not nothing.
I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
When you visit a merchant, get 25 max health. When your enemy has more health than you, your healing items have a lower cooldown, and 1% crit chance per weapon you have. Admittedly, I am really hoping for scaling here instead, but I'm not against taking backroom dealings, especially this early.
We made progress today. I'm proud of you.
My goal is to have as much max HP as is humanly possible. So in order to serve that, I go to middle.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Middle, you were supposed to have a weapon. Oh my god, I didn't sell the thing again. Money tree, Quixel, please. Model ship is a faster shield trigger with adjacency to flail. Admittedly, it doesn't want to stay on the board that long, though. Inexpensive to roll here, and we would have the ability to pick up important things afterwards. Admittedly, we are looking for like all of the weapons, basically all of the weapons. But also flail would actually be fielded right now. I'd happily run flail for a bit. I don't have another square item though. I don't think I can take model ship on just speculation that I'll be able to use it effectively. Woof.
Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
Thanks for 40 max HP and 1 value on Pig's Gym. Ugh. Lame Juggler, Blood Reef Raider, and Outland's Dervish. I guess Outland's Dervish has the highest chance to give us a weapon, so that's 40 more max HP. Also some crit. Also some lower cooldown. That's a silver tier crit skill as well, so 8% crit chance. I think it's Dervish here.
We scorch like the desert sun.
I'd love to be going on a different tack to this, but we'll find weapons somewhere for you, Jim.
Perhaps we struck the wrong caravan.
Please give me a caravan event. Okay, 8% crit chance, sure. Mountain Pass, fight. Mountain Pass, fight. Mountain Pass, fight. Mountain Pass, fight. Deadly Karuna, Ganjo? Ganjo? Or I'd even take left-handed. Leftmost weapon deals 30 additional damage. Happily field that on the flail. Show it to me. Left-handed. Additional 90 damage on the flail. 2 gold for each weapon for 6 gold. No, I'm gonna go for the item. Ideally, it's an item I want to use. Oh, wow. Ideally, it's an item I want to use, and if it's not, hopefully it's a weapon. It's neither of those. Economic seminar time, I would imagine. Small and large items buys medium items at plus value. I guess I'd be able to sell you the silk, possibly even ATM. I do really like economic picks. I gotta say, I do think Money Tree could totally be our field here instead. Gives us some actual healing over the course of the fight. The flail will just go off enough times that the enemy will eventually die. As long as I stay alive long enough. Alright, Economic Seminar, you've seduced me. Oh, arbitrage. When you win a fight against a player, get 2 gold. Fine, but Land Scraper. When you use another item, this gains shield equal to the value of that item. At the start of each hour, this gains 1 value. So it would get the value of Pig's Gym, and the value of Pig's Gym is the number that we get to increase. I'm not saying this is good right now, but maybe in the future. I don't know, do you? And if you do, could you tell me? I don't need to kill an item from my board right now. I don't fill anything over the course. This gives so little damage. It gives so little damage. Honestly, I think this is significantly better for us. Laser security system with its scaling damage is quite small, but at least ATM is going off more commonly than the Pig's Gym. And the crit chance that's being given is more important than Pig's Gym's damage right now when it's 8. Alright, back on.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
Long John, I'm very glad that I have some healing here. They have crit chance with Inexorable, so they're up to a 61%. Oh, right, of course. Frozen. Yeah, there's their crits. I healed in response. Can I heal 2 more times? Oh! They were just short of that being a crit to kill me. Like, if that was a crit, I think I would have survived on 10 HP. Woohoo! We're making money with arbitrage! Want to fight against a player? I'll take 2 gold. Goldie! This early? So Cash Cannon, every 6 seconds deal 100 damage. That's actually just huge. Just huge right now already. But also, when you gain gold, this gains damage equal to double the amount of gold gained. This is just gonna start spiking pretty quick pretty soon. I think it's Cash Cannon right now. I think it's Cash Cannon and completely refocus my build around trying to exploit Cash Cannon. I wanted to use Pig's Gym, and maybe I do end up using it at some point in the future. I'm not going to sell it yet, because that's a way to gain a bunch of value from buying and selling weapons, and also sell it eventually for a huge amount of money, which is a huge amount of damage on the Cash Cannon. I think it's just Cash Cannon. Loop at the start of each day. Your small items gain +1 value. Admittedly, not that relevant to us. I don't feel like I would want to buy something here and then roll. So I think I sell my silk and gain that Cash Cannon. both the arms dealer and Pig's Gym want me to buy and sell weapons, whereas the other item, the silk, would have wanted me to buy and sell non-weapon items specifically. So I'm getting out of silk here intentionally. Is this worth it right now? Maybe. I don't know yet. I mean, my man has never let me down. Oh, upgrading arbitrage, as well as a fixer-upper. I think it's time for me to get rid of the land scraper. Just holding on to this so that it gets value every hour is really, really narrow. I think way too narrow for us, unfortunately. I do kind of feel like Uwashiwali should be on the field instead here. Just get rid of the laser security system. I need to have space for the money to be pooped out of the gym. Sorry, the money tree, rather. Gorgon Noble, Infernal Envoy. I mean, it's just Gorgon Noble. Yeah, we have more than enough impact here.
That crit. Harrow.
We love income but bad. The skill. Yeah, it really is very sad compared to income. Or almost any other source of gaining almost anything. It compares disfavorably.
You beat me. I kind of enjoyed it.
Paralytic poison. The first time you poison each fight, freeze an item 3 seconds. Yeah. We'll see if that even triggers. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. So here's the thing, right? Like, Pig's Gym still wants that upgrade. Because it's still max HP. And additional value. Wait, no, Pig's Gym gets more value when it's a diamond tier, I think. But it's still additional, it's like up to 40? Is it 40 from this, or is it 50? It's 50 and additional value. That's damn powerful. I've got money. Do I care about tools right now? Tools are crook. Tools are hatchet for buying and selling stuff. Tools are weights. Honestly, no. The income, it's not worth. I'm gonna go for the Lost Crate and just take the golden experience and hope that the next story is, yeah, more general. JJ.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Now, admittedly, I do want to sell the yo-yo as well, but when Pig's Gym is really powerful, it would love yo-yo to still be on field. And I think there's still enough of an opportunity for me to go back in that direction. The idea that I will keep Fixer-Upper for 4 days in order to get 24 gold out of it, I think might be too bold. I think maybe that's too bold for me. But admittedly, that's 50 additional damage on the cash cannon. I don't think I get rid of the business card. Business card's about to upgrade. I mean, is there ever a world where I'm like, field yo-yo now? And then finally get rid of the Uwashi and money tree? Yeah, I think this world exists. I think we live in this world, in fact. Buy and sell the weapon. Oh my god, more weapons to buy and sell. Love that.
How about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
Belt admittedly is going to get insane for us because of the amount of max HP we're going to be able to farm out of Arms Dealer and Pig's Gym. Is it worth holding on to right now, noting that Pig wants to hold on to a bunch of things? And I can find it later, and it'll be more impactful later. But right now, it's 800 more HP, and by the time that 800 HP is being chewed through, I've killed the enemy.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
What's that? Shell Cloak in the cannon? I still think Cloak is doubling the activation speed of my biggest damage weapon on field. Cannon is basically the same damage as it on a similar cooldown. It gets buffed by Pig's Gym as well, though. I feel more comfortable with this version of the build if I still put the Shadowed Cloak back in. Belt over flail. That is the boldest thing I've ever heard in my life, Junkmaster. There is a large one ammo item that deals damage equal to your enemy's max HP that is less bold. To be fair, it's not called boldest, so we should have known. I'm gonna do it. Oh, against Vanessa. You know what? No, I'm going back to the belt. I'm a coward. Coward gaming.
I should warn you.
Less bold and more may I
I'm
add.
young for a captain,
That's great,
but I've
Aku Mask.
seen my share of storms.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I expected to see. Oh no. They've got anything to win when using non-weapon item, burn one and poison one. That's pretty severe. Yeah, that's... It feels like that triggers too many times, but maybe I'm just...
Land legs make
Cash Cannon doesn't change this.
you move in straight lines.
Good lord. I didn't want to I just wanted to see how fast things activate a game. Alright, let's see if we win this time. There's no skip button? No. No, there is nay. That's a disgusting build.
Moving up in the world.
If anything, I think you die faster with cannon. Yeah, because 50% less max HP. Curio, Bronstein neutral items. One of the real reasons to go to Curio right now is because my boy actually, low-key, sells a bunch of weapons. I mean, I'll buy and sell it, but I'm not happy about it. First, I'll get the Insect Wing, and then Taurus Chariot. I'll sell Taurus Chariot to give +1 value to everything. In terms of cooldown reduction, I don't know what Insect Wing is going to go on just yet, but I will in the future. I'm going to buy and sell a Junkyard Lance because it's 70 max HP for 3 gold.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
And also it's additional damage on the Cash Cannon when I sell it. This is still pretty low roll on weapons, unfortunately.
Trash is tragic.
We'll buy the Sunderer and the Spiked Buckler. Let's give the Spiked Buckler's damage to the yo-yo. I guess it was considering Shadowed Cloak there for a second.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
It's actually doing 105? Why is it doing 105 at the moment? Arms Dealer and Pig's Gem is 70. Oh, right. Belt. It's giving an additional 35 max HP. That, of course, is not permanent max HP. As soon as I remove the belt from the field, I'll lose it. And then final thing, I'll get some crit chance for this whole board.
To see that find a home.
Righty. Legitimately, we just got a lot more powerful in that space. JJ is more food than eating contests, as long as JJ shows me just a weapon or two, and that's a weapon or two. I'm probably not going to be able to field slow chance on this. Keep bludgeoning in just, yeah, but my board slots get really narrow.
I get it. You're busy.
Tossed helm, sell tossed helm, buy brass knuckles, sell brass knuckles, I'll be rolling. Yeah, we'll buy and sell briefcase. I'm going to get rid of the fixer-upper now, so that I can use those same slots to invest in holding other items for speculative reasons. Alright. Rukon does teach weapon skills, and I do care about weapon skills. But how much do I care about weapon skills? There's a lot of shield and damage interaction. I'm not really using shielding. Frozen shot. I think I just go gold tier skills and I look for the best impact that I can find. I mean, admittedly, tall buildings would be funny. Suddenly actually start fielding.
I will train you to live.
Minimalist, if you have no weapons, your items cooldown's reduced by 10%. Yeah, if I just take all of my weapons out of this weapon build. 300 max HP for each diamond tier item you have. Admittedly, I think that's really, 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 really powerful, but obviously it's not powerful yet because we don't have any diamond tier items. Combat medic when you heal, an item gains 3% crit chance for the fight. Despite the fact that, you know, this is not a really good shop for Pig, I think I can find a better option than any of these. Start of each day, your items gain 1 value, sure. Frozen shot, the first 4 times you use your slowest weapon each fight. Freeze an item of equal or smaller size for a second, so the flail does that 3 times at the very start, which is not bad. And then Boar Market. Your left and rightmost weapons rather have plus damage equal to their value. Their value is always going to be pretty low, so the additional damage is not really going to be that relevant. I think we just take Frozen Shot here and have 3 individual triggers of freeze that come out. Now, Lone Shark, you do have a cash cannon. You could upgrade my cash cannon. Die Mosquito, obviously, with Paralyzing Rush when you slow haste a weapon 1 second. I guess I'm less interested in that than I thought. Foreman with Crane. I love Crane. Crane between the Pig's Gym and Flail. Legitimately hilarious. Legitimately hilarious. But I've also got a possibility of getting either ATM or Cash Cannon here, and I would be over the moon with either of them.
I can make all your problems disappear.
Diamond Cash Cannon day 6. I would love to see it. Just play a pure economic game from then on out. Shock Claws. Well, it's still max HP for us. Sharpening Stone, but there's Pole. We're on day 6, right? What is your chance? What is even your chance? 10% chance of finding gold in that store, and I'd specifically be looking for Pig's Gem. Yeah, that is unlucky, unfortunately. I love seeing the unlucky emote. That was a fun emote as well, because when I was talking with the artist, I was like, I don't want any of my emotes to have like a pejorative or negative use case. Like for instance, some people have like a sleeper emote or a sleepy emote, and then people spam that when things are boring and stuff like that. Like, you don't want to have the negative use case for it. You want them to kind of like guide the vibe of the way that they're used. And that is a really good example of like a bad thing happened, but I still think the emote is like exclusively good.
Entrepreneurs don't take lunch breaks. Where's your hustle?
All right. There's Paul. Yeah, strictly positive use cases. I love the EP emote though.
Slum shops.
Me too.
I opened one.
We invest in that. So, Fort. Every 7 seconds, shield 5. All item cooldowns are increased by 1 second. Your items with a cooldown of 8 seconds or greater have +1 multicast. Cash Cannon has not been modified in cooldown at all. Unfortunately, the flail has. The flail is never going to get, I mean, unless I get lethargy as well, the flail is not going to get to high enough cooldown to be the item that I use for that, but that's fine. Cash Cannon can. I think it's Fort Cash Cannon. I mean, Pig's Gym unfortunately also won't multicast, so like, eventually, Pig's Gym is currently just a transient item in this build. It's going to be Cash Cannon and Fort by the end. Now, buying Fort, that's a different issue. 24 gold, you want me to invest in that? I have 4. And I'm absolutely going to have to sell the business card. Sailor V. So, Fort, by the way, only slows a second, and your items with a cooldown of 8 or greater have multicast. So Cash Cannons not yet go on board. Fort needs to be diamond tier, so that's slowing everything by 2 seconds. And then I legitimately think it's just Fort, Cash Cannon, Belt, let's go. I'm so keen on seeing how well I can get this run to go. I mean, ultimately, I just need to buy and sell a bunch more weapons so that I'm scaling my max HP as well. Isla, I don't have money for you right now. No. Why do you turn up now? I still think it's worth going to her, because if she finds like the small items in the first shop, I can still just buy and sell enough of them that it's worth it. I'll use Insect Wing, and I'll probably end up selling Improvised Bludgeon, admittedly. Insect Wing should be on Flail, because I definitely don't want it to affect Fort or Cash Cannon. I mean, it's fine if it affects Fort, because when Fort's Diamond tier, it'll be 9 seconds cooldown, so lowering that is actually kind of fine. But it's also, its impact is shield 50, which is nothing. So I'm going to do it to what our board is currently utilizing. And I'm going to go to Isla. Does it ever get rid of Pig's Gym for the money? At some point it will be. Deadly Briefcase. Unfortunately, because it's deadly, it doesn't sell for the right value. You can't buy and sell it for the same value. Anyway, I couldn't afford it anyhow. Get rid of the Improvised Bludgeon. I will buy Slingshot. And then I will sell Slingshot. And then I will buy Pepper Spray.
I prefer action.
Well, Cash Cannon's a lot of damage right now. At 300. Is it better than Belt yet? Honestly, I don't think so. I think Belt gives me, like, Belt is responsible for, yeah, 1,500 of my HP. And I think that just gives me a wall of HP the enemies can't shoot through before Flail and Yo-Yo locks them down and kills them. IMO selling a deadly briefcase should give 2 deadly gold coins. As soon as you tell me what those deadly gold coins are supposed to do, I'll agree. Admittedly, the build that would suppress us here would be a slow and burn build, which does appear to be what we've encountered. Any outshadowed cloak on Jin. They have a 50% chance to sell for double value. What if when you sold them, they gave 5% crit chance to the board? I'm trying to make them an actual thing. Let me get back into the memeing mindset. Hang on. Ooh, admittedly, income does matter to us right now. It's 2 additional gold immediately. I'm gonna do it. 2 additional gold immediately and every day thereafter. Fight a monster. Absolutely fight a monster. Treasure turtle, you say? I do think we beat the treasure turtle. Yeah, I'm admittedly not thrilled about fighting you, but you don't kill me fast enough to prevent my pig's gym from just beating you. Love to crit.
Not all Jabalians are pacifists.
Slow is nice, but honestly, it's got to be Mysterious Portal for us. Like, Cobweb is one of the worst things that I can go to if I go to the Mysterious Portal right now. Lightning Rod, when any player uses an item, this gains 10 damage and 10 shield for the fight. There's the goggles and multi-tool. It's definitely none of those. I don't think it's worth rolling here for the possibility of finding a, what is it, 20% chance today? Yeah, 20% chance today. Rivet gun? Lightning Rod does have multicast with forward. It does, but unfortunately this also scales so badly that it's not worth it. It's so bad. It's really, truly tragic. Lightning Rod isn't a weapon, is it? It is. It's a weapon. I'm gonna leave and keep my money on this one. I think we have enough HP that we do beat Radiant Corsair, but Thug Bonk though.
I'll make ye my pet. Come perch on my shoulder.
Unfortunately, this bad boy has 25% crit chance and is a real annoyance. Didn't crit.
Walk the plank. I'll fly right off it.
Silly question, but if fort multicast on 8+ seconds, that doesn't apply to the enemy opponents too. Thanks. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I'll cherish the experience. Your items of cooldown 8 or greater have multicast. However, all items have their cooldown increased. So all items have cooldown increased. Only yours benefit from multicast. I'm not going to be taking Flame Dancer at all. Okay. Slow, radiant, or shielding? So we're looking for things that have unique outcomes here. So first off, we'll check if Fort has anything unique. No, just hastes or slows or whatever. It's fine. Doesn't really mind. Cash cannon. I imagine you don't have anything unique. No, it does not. Although I will say the turbo cash cannon is haste 2 items 2 seconds. Not bad. Pig's Gym. Pig's Gym hastes 3 items for 2 seconds. Unfortunately, Pig's Gym is not staying on this board long term. Like I literally am pivoting out of it, so it's very difficult to take that. Oh, the Toxic and Fiery Pig's Gyms are funny. Your poison items gain poison equal to 10% of this item's value for the fight, or 15% if you do Fiery.
Waiting?
I mean, we'll look at Belt. Yeah, Belt doesn't have enchants.
Life on Jabali is simple. Pick some fruit.
I do really like slowing an enemy. Slowing is very, very, very powerful. But I think it's shield, and I think it's shield on cash cannon. Wait, is Flame Dancer symmetrical, or were you just making a statement? I chose not to take it because later in the game, when Grandmaster starts turning up, he offers skill upgrades of 2 skills you have. And if I had a fire one that I'm literally never going to use, like, I'm not pivoting back to Matchbox at this point. It's just not going to happen. If I had a fire 4%, he would offer to upgrade that to 6%, rather than possibly offering me something actually good. Heavy Gym feels like it should be a thing for thematic reasons. Admittedly, agreed. What happens if you try to enchant an unenchantable item? I'll even show you when it turns up. It literally just doesn't sit into the slot and goes back to the board. Yeah, it's shielded cash cannon. Now, here's a question. Is it ever cash cannon over the belt now? Finn's big bite. I mean, I would put that back on board before I go to Finn's. Medium items admittedly do have some weapons. I think it's cannon over flail, as in like running this version of the build. It's definitely tending that way now. It's definitely tending that way. So flail is 3 activations. So it gets all the way to 180 damage. Shielded cash cannon is 400 damage and 400 shield. It doesn't get perma haste, but it gets close. Wait, does that even work with Belt before Fins? Yes. So my max HP when Finn sees it will be this number down here, 5,670. And so it will give me 5% more max HP based on that. I'm almost certain that's the case. So we should get what, 233 max HP. Middle can also upgrade shielded cannon, and that's getting more.
Nothing
Never mind.
tiny,
I gotta
nothing
look at middle.
huge. All about moderation.
I'm very frustrated by this board. Because this board wants me to take a Tloddle.
Oh, delivery's free. I like the exercise.
Okay. It wants me to take a Tloddle and Caltrops is the other thing. When your enemy uses an item, deal 1 damage.
I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
So every 5 seconds, Big Jim is going to give 46 additional damage to Caltrop. I think we're out of flail. I think flail is far past right now. Well, Shadowed Cloak is definitely. Right? Yes. So I can get rid of that.
If it's not right for you,
Then
bring it back. I want
take and sell the Regal Blade. Move on. $200 max HP is huge. I honestly think Shadowed Cloak on Jim would have been good with Caltrops, just for hasting the gym a little bit more. See, then I have to take either the Cash Cannon or a Ploddle off field. I don't want to take either of those off fields. As much as I want to go to Nufu, I do feel like I go there and, like, most of the time he sells me nothing. And Andy, if you sell me weapons, you will make me the happiest person. Because they'll be relatively cheap, so I'll be able to buy and sell them.
You have great potential. Let me train.
Oof. Long strides. If you have 4 or fewer items, your items have their cooldowns reduced by 4%. I do not. Strength, 5 additional damage to my items, or rear shielding. I think I take 5 damage from strength, literally just because the possibility exists that I roll and I get nothing that I want, and I still have to sell something to get whatever I don't want. Ultimately now, do I think that belt is better? Oh, never mind, I don't need to care. Absolute disrespect here. Is it Jim next to Yo-Yo here?
Boring.
Is it possible to take off one? Ooh, I don't know. No, I don't want to take an item off this field. So they're using weights. I'm using a whole gym. That's the difference between us.
Next time I'll show you what I learned from this.
You need to lift the whole gym at the same time. Yep. Caltrops. Honestly, Atlatl, surprising amount of damage out of that. Yo-Yo's starting to get to the point where it's really, really... it desperately needs an upgrade before it stops seeing the ability to upgrade. I do care about max HP, but Midsworth, you sell weapons, don't you? I mean, you sell a weapon in Beast of Burden. I'll happily take it. Jabalian Drum, hilarious, but no. And Shipment, no thank you.
Happy to exploit you. I mean help you. Not what I'd call tasteful, but
We don't care about Yo-Yo anymore, right? Yeah, we don't. A slower version of Pig's Gym. But shielded Cash Cannon is going to be 1,000 damage, 1,000 shield. Is that enough? I mean, actually, it gets even more. Atlatl never gets fielded here again. I'm gonna get rid of Yo-Yo. I'm gonna buy Holiday. I'm gonna sell Holiday. I'm gonna buy Pepper Spray. I'm gonna sell Pepper Spray. And then I will finally buy the Fort. Also gains crit, right? How do you mean? As in the Pig's Gym gives crit to the item next to it? Yeah. That's what we will run. I'm just not happy about it. Mr. Tuscari. Actually, there's a sick hit here. Okay, so this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, this is not going to happen. Wait, is it even near? This guy doesn't sell the slowing things down? Lethargy is not sold in this store, apparently? Mr. Tuscari, I could have sworn you sold Lethargy. I guess Fortis for, like, Electrified Hull is probably better. Is Lethargy unique to Pig? I thought it was. I could be wrong. It's a Stell and a Mark skill, too. Oh. Huh. That's funny. I wouldn't have guessed that. Well, I honestly don't know who's better for us, then. I guess looking for something money related from Tuscari for cash cannon feels bad, but
School, this Bazaar, but it has its lessons to teach.
if you have 4 or fewer items, their cooldowns are reduced by 4%, and then I can't use the shielded cash cannon. Whenever tools, heal 15 when you use it, don't have that. Industrialist. Reduce the cooldowns of your properties by 10%. Admittedly, the Fort would go down to 8.1 seconds on its cooldown, and then the Pig's Gym goes back down to, like, 6.3. Fort still multicasts. Pig's Gym still doesn't, but it is faster. It's either that or sell Caltrops. Selling Caltrops feels bad. Especially because there's so few skills here that are good. I can't sell Caltrops. What else do you even have that I want? Reinforced steel, I guess. Tall buildings is definitely the best hit. Trader and chocolate I would take. Housewarming gifts I would take. Commercial zoning I would use. Tall buildings! When you use a property, haste the items adjacent to it for a single second. We got multicast on this bad boy. We got it. Your shield items have one shield for each 3 gold you have, and then finally Brawler. You have 100 max HP for each weapon. We'll take tall properties. Gives us access to haste, which is
life skills.
Incredibly important. I can't go to Nufu. I know you sell the right stuff for me, but I can't afford any of it. We'll go get an experience from some studying. About our adjacencies, though. Getting some haste on the Fort would be worthwhile, because then the Fort resolves faster, giving additional haste to the shield cannon, but also Pig's Gym could just give the haste to the shield cash cannon in the first place. I think this is probably still how they remain. I'll study and experience. I don't care about cooldown reduction from the Rock, so we'll go for the Bouncertron. Does anyone know when my next item upgrade is? My next Forger? Is it 12 or 13? 13. Okay. After 13 is when I'll eventually sell Pig's Gym for the just giant... Oh, Sundera. Thank you for giving me a weapon. Well, speaking of weapons, JJ might sell
I'm a
some.
people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
Masterpiece. Start of each hour, this gains 2 value. Admittedly, I could invest in the Masterpiece right now by selling a Thlottle and Sunderer. And then just, I'm waiting for level 13 for the Shielded Cash Cannon upgrade, and then I sell the Masterpiece in Pig's Gym for just damage. I actually think that's correct.
So, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
Oh boy. Giving up an experience, but it's 800 HP. Yeah. This is it. Zarkon for experience, of course. Admittedly, I actually don't think we're incredibly powerful right now. I think we are pre-power spike.
I should warn you. I'm not like other
1200 actually? Yeah, 1200 effective because we have the belt on board. We gain 800 to our actual number though. To the unmodified number. They've got shield scaling as... Shield scaling? They actually don't scale their shield. They scale their damage. But they've got fiery rebirth, so we need to be in this fight for a long time. That said, we've slowed down the enemy significantly enough that we might just be able to double out shield their entire health bar. Get him. Is that powder flask on Gearnola? It's not, actually. The powder flask is reloading the soldering gun. Literally, look at it. Powder flask, reload the item to the right of it. The Gearnola triggered 3 times over the course of the fight. They wanted to have another tool adjacent to the turbo soldering, because it wants to have a friend in the tool adjacency. That was a strange build. Yeah, powder flask is a tool. They wanted it for the other side for that reason. I'm really looking to get as much money as possible right now. More than almost all other things. So I'll take H of Riches for gold. I'll study for experience, entirely honestly. Roaming Pharaoh's Khan. Pharaoh's Khan with the, sniper rifle, hilarious, but I don't have actual damage for it. Shadowed Cloak. Yeah, there's actually nothing I want there. Although, I guess, triple damage and cooldown increased by 50% would be sick for this. One shot, one kill, yeah. Only one outcome in that fight would be worth it for us, though. Short up, when you heal, charge a shield item. Admittedly, charging shield items is nice. I don't have any healing triggers yet, but that could happen. And I do care about getting as much money as possible. Oh no, is it going to show Clamra in the top left of the screen forever? If so, I'll restart the game too. This is one of the bugs with the overlay.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
Could just restart the overlay instead, right? Can I? I don't know how to launch it when I'm out of game, or relaunch it. Anyway. Upgrade item, Shielded Cash Cannon. Now it gains plus damage equal to triple the amount of gold we gain. Oh my god, Isla is here. You know what? I'm just gonna make it easy on myself and actually do the jump in and out. I think building Crescendo would be bad in this build. Yeah, we don't activate enough items for building Crescendo to legitimately be good for us. Like, we need to get like 10 deep before it's a benefit. This is one of the only builds that wouldn't take building Crescendo. Would it be optimal for the cash cannon far right so the properties haste one another? So I was thinking about that. I don't know for certain, but the item that I care about getting haste most often is the cash cannon. So I think it's significantly better for us to just give the cash cannon each trigger of haste. Because, like, the actual effects of the weapon, the actual effects of the properties, almost irrelevant. If they haste each other, they apply more haste to cash cannon more often, right? So, possibly, right? So, let's, you know what? We're on stream. We've got some time. Let's figure this out, because I am interested by the result of this question. So, if they're both next to one another, 7 seconds in, Pig's Gym gives a second of haste to Fort. So Fort gets to 8 seconds, and then double triggers, giving 2 seconds of haste to the shielded cash cannon, and 1 second of haste back to Pig's Gym. So then 6 seconds later, Pig's Gym gives back another charge of haste to Fort. You think Fort Gym Cannon would be the order? Absolutely not. What? This? Oh yeah, it gives 2 seconds of Gym because of multi. Yeah. So after 5 seconds after the... So 13 seconds into the fight, Pig's Gym goes off for the second time, giving a second of haste back to the Fort. So 16 seconds into the fight, the Fort will give 2 seconds charge back to both other options, right? So let's use that as our base, right? So by 16 seconds in, shielded cash cannon in this configuration has seen 4 haste. In this configuration, 14 seconds in, it sees 2 from Pig's Gym, and 9 seconds in, it sees 2 from Fort. So 7 seconds in, it's got 4 triggers of haste. Significantly better to have the cash cannon in the center. It is basically, can you perma-haste the properties by sticking next to each other? No. If yes, more cannon haste. A second of haste on the Fort is worth 2/9 of a second of haste on the Gym and the cannon. 1 on the Gym is worth 1/7 of the 1 on the Fort. We can math that out as a geometric series. I think I'm happy enough to go that by the time we get to 9 seconds in the fight, this has seen 4 charges. Sorry, 9 seconds. 14 seconds in the fight, this has seen 4 charges of haste, which is faster than the other ones. And then just extrapolate from there. I'm happy enough to do that.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons.
One would imagine the series converges too slowly for it to matter. I mean, it's just buy all the weapons.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Dog yo-yo and weapon. Oh my god, giant ice club.
Use it well. Make me proud.
I'm not going to be buying the giant ice club. It's hilarious. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, it's actually hilarious and good. Frozen Shot. First 4 times you use your slowest weapon each fight, freeze an item of equal or smaller size for a second. Multicast on Giant Club means that 14 seconds into the fight, this is going to activate. It will freeze 2 items as well as deal 2,000 damage, and it will charge itself for 6 more seconds. When I upgrade this, it gets even more severe. Won't it be the slowest item? It will be the slowest item, yeah. So it will cause its own freeze triggers when it attacks. Yeah, the shielded cash cannon is no longer the trigger of the shields. Trigger of the thing. 14 seconds into the fight is late, though. 14 seconds into the fight, admittedly, is late. I want this because it upgrades incredibly well. 12 seconds because of haze. Yeah, it goes on the other side of the fort. Good point. I think this is the perfect time to get out of Pig's Gym and take the Giant Ice Club.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Goldie sells gold tier items. I'm honestly gonna go to Goldie exclusively looking for the Giant Ice Club upgrade. This is incredibly narrow. I don't recommend doing what I'm about to do, but I do believe this to be correct, because if I hit it, I go to the moon immediately. I don't have Pig's Gym anymore, so I don't buy and sell Holiday. Immediately I looked at it, I was like, huh? Welcome back, buddies. I don't think shipment's worth it. We have even more reason now to care about shield skills. Once it's diamond tier, it'll actually just nuke the enemy for 14k once you get down to half HP. It won't, because the fort still increases its cooldown triggers, so it won't just... It will get... Like, it goes to 14 seconds, and then on its double trigger, it goes immediately back up to 12, but it will still have 2 seconds of actual cooldown. If my enemy gets me to half HP, they can put their head between their knees and cuss their butt goodbye. A little cooldown reduction would help? Absolutely. Honestly, these are pretty rough. I don't want to go to the street merchant. I'm gonna just go eating contest and get as much HP as I can.
Little sentient slub shops. So I opened one.
Not with anything to a skyscraper, and no. Alright, whatever.
Is it too heavy? They tell me it's a problem.
Alright, Adira. We're looking for... I mean, definitely not knife tricks. That would immediately turn off multicast from shielded cash cannon. That'd be kind of sad. Retooled is nothing. It's definitely big guns or something defensive that we care about here. Those are the two options. Big guns or something defensive. Emergency shield is actually pretty good because it's a double... It's immediately triggering the shielded cash cannon, which will hit twice.
I did not seek this power for my own gain, you know.
Big guns, double the damage of your large weapons.
You've learned much today, but there is so
This is
much
one-sided glass cannon. I can't go to Void Golem. He destroys an item at the start of the fight. If he destroys the club, well... if he destroys the club, I win. If he destroys the fort, I win. If he destroys shielded cash cannon, I win. I think we always beat Void Golem. I honestly almost never plan around doing that. But we don't activate our items like all quick and willy-nilly. They can only destroy small items with singularity. Yeah, you can double the damage of your Caltrops, but I don't fight that quickly. Hell yeah.
Believe you'll win, and you'll win. But not against me.
No. I mean, hilarious offer, but I'm not taking it. What, we destroy the cool LEDs the dually has and my giant club? No. Speaking of, let's get a celestial enchantment for cannot be slowed or destroyed or frozen on the Radiant Giant Ice Club. Seraphina does sell enchanted items. Admittedly, I do like Seraphina, but you'd have to find, like, a better replacement for Belt, which is really hard to do at this point. And Monster Ranch is cooldown reduction for the Giant Ice Club, which is exactly what we found. There's Vial of Blood for 2 experience, which admittedly is good, but the Giant Ice Club with 9% cooldown reduction is insane. Yeah, 12.7 seconds and still got multicast. You can't stop this bonking. This bonk bonks.
Boring.
We got him! Thanks, Iceberg! When your enemy uses an item, freeze it for a second. Radiant Ice Club. When any item gains freeze, charges 3 seconds. Dumb. I mean, admittedly, the income is absolutely nothing for us. I'm gonna go for the gold tier loot item, looking for experience or cooldown reduction. Non-weapon items at Kina. I'll take the free diamond. Honestly, fiery enchant means nothing to us. If I could, this would actually be funny. If I could enchant the masterpiece with fiery, it would double its sell value, and that would be good for the cash cannon. That could be fun. But no. I think it's snack time. I think we just take 300 HP. Obviously, effectively 450 and walk onwards. Isla can sell the Giant Ice Club. It's so narrow, though. Alright. I'm just gonna keep beating the voids. Weapons for club. I felt like the possibility of her giving us the weapon that I specifically wanted from that fight was low enough that I cared about the 450 health alternatively. Because ultimately, I will beat my enemy up. I just need to get long enough in the fight to do it. When you burn, charge a shield item 1 second. If I get any burn triggers, that'd be sick as hell. Now it's time to upgrade. Game over. The game has ended. Okay, I could actually go to Hef and look for burn items. Because, like, there's only Matchbox for me. Belt can't be enchanted. Literally, there's nothing that could be here. Unfortunately, you didn't want the fiery fort. Yeah, I couldn't have known what was about to come. The real answer here is you go and get 1.5 thousand health. I don't actually want to do that. Belt can be replaced? You'd think, but I don't think I will. Oh my god, I forgot about Deadly Fort. I forgot that you can get... Deadly Fort? A very unique deadly enchant here. Enemy items have negative 100% crit chance. No critting me. Alright. I can't wait to thump this guy.
Are you sure?
Also, for what it's worth, if my enemy has freeze, they just make doom occur. Yeah, they've got a single freeze trigger and quick freeze. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Stay down. It managed to hit 4 times. Nothing else triggered. Oh, the Ice Club is so good. I guess the most impactful thing I can do here is Fish for blue gumballs. Cash cannon's just decorative at this point. Yeah. Oh, it's just to set the theming. Hello, Hattie. This run totally doesn't need you, but I'm glad to see you always.
Spin the wheel for the big reveal.
Random enchanted item. Benui.
Don't start asking me questions, all right? Got nothing for you. What? You don't believe that? Listen, buddy. I got my reasons. Don't start asking me
You need more voice
all
lines.
right?
I want more voice lines from Hattie.
Nothing for you.
Random enchanted item is
Little fun is good for your health.
gold fixer upper. Start of each day, upgrade this.
Everyone's favorite jackpot.
Yeah, I think this just has double value. I think that's its benefit. So I could sell it at diamond tier for 96. Imagine if Hattie had the stab option from Wheel of Stabbing on SDS. Oof. There will be no more days, hopefully. That's certainly the intention.
You seem like a nice person. Maybe too nice.
No! We are not going into the void! Mr. Tascari. It can't hit club now. That is true. That is true. It can't hit club now. I still don't want it. I'm gonna go to Tascari. I don't think any of these here are really... Wow, okay, I'll take tall buildings upgrade. Thank you. When you gain gold, gain max HP equal to double the amount of gold gained. Realistically, yeah, sure. Why not? But tall buildings is absolutely gonna outperform it.
Already know everything.
Relax. Eating contest. It's eating contest. Honestly, I'm going to middle looking for the belt upgrade here.
Huge. All about moderation.
No. No, you can't make me do it. Yes, I recognize if I put it in that position, I would be able to double cast with this. And yes, I recognize that it would benefit from the additional damage of left-handed as well as the additional damage of strength. So to double, it's double. But like the club will kill them before that happens. Snow Globe would be funny. But I legitimately think belt is actually better. Hammock. That's also funny. Oh no, its cooldown would be reduced such that the Deadly Fort wouldn't even see it anymore. These are like cool and interesting and haha fun options, but like they are in no way anywhere near as good as what I can do already on board. Is Snow Globe ever better than Cannon? The multi-cost Atlas Stone Dream. By the time the Atlas Stone goes off, Radiant Club will have beaten the enemy up. You can make it have 9-second cooldown? Eh? Oh, right, the hammock. Okay, cool. I'm gonna sell these two because we're not getting to another day. Snow Globe would be 8 seconds exactly, multicast 3, which would prop club. Yep, but more important than that, I think, are all of the other tools I have access to at the moment. Oh, this enemy actually has a bunch of max HP. Okay, this is gonna be a good fight. hate when that happens. They had Invigorating Blade, so for the first 10 triggers of that, it just immediately happened. Yeah, the shielding from this cash cannon is important and relevant. The max HP from the belt is also very important and relevant. Get pigged, pig.
Next time I'll show you.
That permanently frozen Regal Blade. Oh, buddy. Oh, I feel it. That was a good fight. That was a fun run. Let me quickly put it. And then there was a and then and I mean, I'll zoom in on that, but it's not necessary to do so. What a wild run. If I was that big, I'd be mad. It would be fair. You would be 100% justified.
Yeah, most Jabalians will never know this feat.
Get him, pig. Think Reynad, the Ice Club, got nerfed to 99 seconds from 100. Yeah, 100 would be too much. You really want them on that 99th second to have a possibility of counterplaying you. Oh, almost another 100 rank.